was your day today? Hi, Jade. Hi, Kristen. Just getting these candles going. Putting them behind me, but not where my hair is, so that I don't light my hair on fire. So, oh good. I like it that you just lit your candles. It's nice that we're doing things in a synchronized way, even though we're far apart from each other. I'm glad you had a better day today, Lori. It's good to remember that when you're having a hard day, that the next day could be a lot better. Sometimes we just have to get through a particular day so that we can move on to the next one. So, I'm looking at Mason. Her day was okay, kind of relaxing, felt somewhat aimless, ate healthfully, sadly did not exercise, but good to rest my knee too. And Jade, beautiful day at the beach. Lori had a better day, more energy, more positive. My day was, it was pretty good. I've been working on this puzzle, which is not really my style to do a puzzle, but it's been very meditative. And it's weird. It's like, today I was thinking about like, is there any value in doing this puzzle? Because it's a 1,000-piece puzzle and it's pretty hard. Like, I'll take one piece and I have to look at the whole picture of the puzzle that I'm doing, and then I have to find it. And I've probably spent like 10 hours doing this puzzle already, and it's like halfway done. But then I was thinking about some of the traditions that, like, those monks that build those sand mandala things, they like make these beautiful pieces of art and then they just blow them away when they're done, like as I guess an exercise in impermanence, in the deeper understanding of impermanence. And I guess in a way that's what doing this puzzle feels like, is like there's no point to it at all. It's completely meaningless and it's taking a lot of time. But it's really, every time I sit down to do it, I feel like I get into a really kind of calm, mesmerized state. And I've been having a lot of interesting thoughts and watching my thoughts while I'm doing it. And then sometimes listening to podcasts. And so I don't know, it's interesting. And then when I'm done with it, I'm just going to take it apart, and I'll probably take a picture of it and post it on Facebook because that's kind of what I like to do. But I'll probably just put it right back in the box and pass it on to somebody else. In fact, if you want this puzzle when I'm done with it, let me know. Although it does belong to Bella, but I don't think she's ever going to do it. Laura, feeling some anger lately? Well, that's completely understandable. I heard somebody say that anger is important, and it's a powerful initiative force, but it's not a sustainable kind of energy because it kind of harms us if we stay in the state of anger. But it can be a very good force to get you moving on something, or to take action in some way. So I try not to think of it as negative at all. I just think of it as, not a place to hang out for too long, I guess. So, why don't you come onto your back or into your meditation seat? So find your way into the place where you like to be for these evening meditations. And just take a moment to acknowledge that there's a small community of us here, and we're all doing the same thing regularly together. This would be today's the 13th, so that's 49 days that I've been doing this. And many of you have been doing it regularly with me, if not even almost every night. So that's pretty cool. So we're all in our own spaces, but we're coming together in some way. We're kind of linked by this experience. And I bet someday when we are far beyond this, this will be it'll be part of our experience that we shared together, which is really kind of cool. So finding your meditation spot, coming onto your back or finding your seat, and allowing yourself to relax and surrender the weight of your body over to the earth, to the embrace of Mother Earth, allowing yourself to be very heavy and no strain in your body or in your breath. So bringing yourself into a state of greater stillness. So there's something about sitting in meditation with the spine upright and finding this form with our body that's very different about being on our backs. But it's an evening meditation, and many of us are either in bed already or trying to go to sleep, or just winding down. And so it's perfectly fine to choose to be on your back. It's not any more valid or invalid as a meditation position. It's just different. So just bringing yourself into the awareness of your relaxed, comfortable breathing. Seeing kind of how quickly you can drop into that state, not in a competitive way, but really like if you choose to, by closing your eyes and letting your body surrender and bringing yourself into the awareness of your breath, you can pretty quickly drop into a calmer state in your body. So noticing if you're holding on to any tension in your face that you can release. So maybe your brow is furrowed or wrinkled. Maybe you can soften your jaw. You might even open your mouth and stretch your jaw a little bit. And then just allow your lower jaw to be kind of slack. You might feel your tongue kind of resting against the bottom of your mouth, softening all the way back into your throat. If you really relax your mouth and your tongue, you might immediately feel like you're almost drooling. So just noticing your body's response to this softening of the tongue and conscious relaxation of your jaw. Feeling how heavy your head is. And feeling the breath. Feel how it comes in through your nostrils. And there's nothing stopping it. It flows right in and flows down into the lungs. There's a whole process that occurs there. You can feel the breath coming deeper into your lungs. Perhaps your belly expands a bit with the inhale. And then exhaling all the air out. And there's just this flow of breath that's very comfortable, very relaxed. There's There's no strain in the breath. And your breath is just like a flowing river of air coming in and out of your body. You can think of your breath as just a gentle, nurturing force, and one that you don't really have to control. You can just be aware of it. You don't have to try to change it a lot or worry about it, but you're just aware of it. And allowing yourself to settle back further. So dropping back, not just the back of your body touching the floor, but the front of your body also settling back. Feeling the heaviness of the organs inside of your rib cage, your heart and your lungs, and in your belly. All of the organs of digestion settling back. Your stomach and your intestines. Feeling the heaviness of your legs, the softening of the big muscles in your thighs and calves. All of those big muscles that help you during the day to get around are now just relaxing, as well as your knee joints and your hip joints. There's not a lot to do right now but lay here, so just letting yourself be still and soft. And so you're in this position now. You're relaxed, your body's relaxing, falling deeper into this kind of state with your nervous system where things are chill and down-regulated. You can hear the noises around you, kind of circulating around you without any particular concern or attachment to any of them. So there's kind of an ambient soundtrack to your meditation. And then kind of noticing if when you do this, when you come to join in with this evening meditation, if you feel like you have a goal, like there's something that you're trying to do with this. Kind of like I said about the puzzle and the monks who create the sand pictures, which then are immediately blown away when they're done. Noticing if you're coming and you're just like here to experience the moment, or if you feel like you have a goal for your meditation. Neither of these are wrong, but just noticing what your approach is. So we kind of know that when we take this more relaxed position with our body, and when somebody's talking to us in a calm manner, soothing manner, guiding us through, that we're going to have a certain, hopefully we're going to have a certain beneficial response, which is, relaxing our hypervigilance, letting ourselves come into a greater state of rest and digest. I mean, there's just a lot of things that we know could happen that may be beneficial for us. But also sometimes, I use the words letting go a lot when I'm talking you through these things. Letting go of different parts of tension in your body, or letting go of the attachment to the sounds around you, letting go of your thoughts as they arise. And that's, kind of like, what does that even mean, to let go? When you're upset and somebody tells you to let go of it, what does that mean? So maybe you don't have to actually try to let go when I give you this cue to let go. Maybe just in taking this position with your body and bringing yourself into the awareness of your breath, you're just preparing yourself for whatever is going to happen you don't have to try. You just need to like drop into that and then just be a witness to whatever whatever happens. It's kind of like, people meditate, like especially if you're into Buddhism, like you might think of enlightenment. Enlightenment is like the goal of meditation, or maybe if you're into yoga, samadhi, this state of samadhi is your goal. But what if you were already, you're already enlightened, but instead of trying to get there through your meditation, you're actually just coming into this place where you can maybe touch it or approach it, uncover it, rather than trying to get to something that you don't have already. So like a lot of the things that you value or that you want to become, you already are those things in a sense, and you're just like in coming into this meditative state, you're just allowing things to fall away. You're allowing the letting go to happen without trying to make it happen, just by being still and by being in the awareness of your breath and your calm, relaxed body. So just feel the breath coming in and out through your nose. And feel almost as if you could let another layer kind of drop away from you of whatever it is that prevents you from being more yourself, more comfortable in your own body, more comfortable and more authentically yourself. I think that we sometimes think that there's something wrong with us that we have to fix, and that by doing these things, we're working on fixing ourselves. And there might be something to that, I don't know, but maybe we're just like clearing away the fog. We're like kind of, I don't know, like polishing up the window so we can see, or wiping it off so we can see through it more clearly. And probably some of those ideas about being flawed or having some kind of essential part of ourselves that is broken or flawed, some of those things come from religious traditions, or ideas that we had as a child about ourselves, that there was something wrong with ourselves. So just quieting ourselves enough that we can be clearer, and we can start to be more listening more, rather than always trying to analyze and define and make statements about ourselves and put labels on ourselves and so on. So it's like a different way to get to know ourselves through this kind of practice of awareness and breath and stillness. So just noticing if there's anywhere that you feel resistance, maybe to the ideas of what I'm trying to express to you, or just resistance in your body, like you're still holding on to something. Just noticing that. Really trusting gravity, really trusting to be able to drop in and feel the openness in the front of your chest, the openness in your breath. So you can kind of feel like the struggle is slowly, it's just slowly getting lesser and lesser. You might be able to even hear your breath coming in and out. And then, if you're going to come back into your evening, you might want to consider coming back up to your seated position if you're on your back. So you could roll onto your side and come back with this same kind of openness and relaxed body, with this same kind of polished window into yourself, where layers of things have kind of fallen away and you're able to just come upright and be clear and still. And then finding your long spine, finding your sit bones. So feeling the heaviness of your seat and how your spine rises up. The head balanced on the shoulders. Shoulders over the rib cage over the pelvis. So nice and balanced. There's not a perfect way to sit, but just feeling into your own comfortable long spine and your free and deep breathing. And just let your breath be deep and relaxed and full and clear. So there's nothing obstructing your breath at all. Your breath is free. And then you might bring your hands together at your heart, and you could bow your head to your own practice, your own inner teacher, your higher self, or your higher power. Namaste. Thank you for coming. And I will be back tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. Thank you.